Okay. Allied healthcare, data science. Yes, please. Any more? So now we have about 20 participants has been joined, and there are about 100 plus participants in the group. Okay. So please let me know my screen is visible to all the participants. I think it's fine. You can reply me in the WhatsApp. Okay. So in the very beginning, I restrict to all the participants unmute the mic. Okay. So after the lecture will be over, then we have very good session for open discussion. So if you have any kind of the question or doubt, or how we can integrate, how we can contribute to everyone, because healthcare, the today's session is going to for everyone who have the methods background or finance, okay, who are working in the AI and any domain. So direct or indirect, we all are connected with this area. So, okay, my screen is perfect audible and my voice is also very clear to all the participants. I hope so. And during the session also, if you have any question, you can put your questions in the chat box. Okay. And I will present this slide. I will take about 30 to 40 minutes. After that, we have the open session for all kind of the questions and the open discussion. You can unmute your mic also. Okay. So now the thing is, we are going to start now over the today's session on the future of healthcare, AI, data science, and intelligence clinical insight, from patient data to intelligent clinical insight, building the future of data-driven healthcare. So first of all, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session on the future of healthcare, AI, data science, and intelligent clinical insight. So our healthcare system are generating more data than ever before, from electronic healthcare record and medical images to wearable devices, genomics, laboratory reports, and clinical research. The important question is no longer simply whether we have the enough healthcare data. The real question is how can we transform this data into meaningful and actionable clinical intelligence. So today we will explore how artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and generative AI are contributing to this information. We will also discuss the opportunities, challenges, ethical consideration, and future research direction in the healthcare science with AI. Okay. So the very first question is, why is healthcare becoming data driven? So let's begin by understanding why the healthcare is becoming increasingly data driven. Every interaction with a healthcare system can generate data: a patient's medical history, laboratory results, diagnostic images, prescription and vital signs, genomic information, and even data from a smartwatch can contribute to a much larger picture of their health. The challenge is that healthcare data is often large, heterogenic, complex, and distributed across different systems. So the data science provide methods to clean, organize, analyze, and interpret this information. We can think of the process as data, information, knowledge, intelligence, and then action. The ultimate objective is not simply to collect more data, it is to use the data intelligently to support better healthcare decisions. So the traditionally healthcare has often been reactive. A patient develops symptoms, visit a healthcare professional, undergoes investigations, and then receives treatment. AI provides an opportunity to move forward towards the more predictive and preventive healthcare model. For example, instead of waiting for the patient to experience a serious complication, an AI system may identify a high risk pattern in advance and alert healthcare profession. This does not mean that AI replaces doctors. Rather, AI can act as an intelligent decision support system, helping the professionals identify patterns that may be difficult to detect meaningfully. And when dealing with the very large data set, the broader transaction is reactive, predictive, prevention, personalized, and healthcare. That is one of the most central idea behind the future of healthcare. So the main key is AI is moving healthcare from what happened towards what is likely to happen and what can be do about it. Okay, so all this in the various ways you can see the entire ecosystem of AI, data science, secure and ethical healthcare. Then we have the cloud and big infrastructure, genomics and precision medicines, clinical intelligence. Okay, so now we have the from patient data to clinical intelligence. So the first stage is the collection of the data, because everything in the today in the modern science, the data is everything. So we collect information from the electronic healthcare records, medical imaging, laboratory investigations, sensors, wearable devices, and other sources. So the second stage is the data pre-processing. Healthcare data may contain missing values, inconsistencies, noise, duplication, measurement errors. Therefore, the data quality is extremely important. Okay, so actually the thing is when we want to use the existing data set, we collect it by using any means. But the most important thing is the if there are some duplicate values, there can be the empty cell, or okay, missing values can be there. So the data cleaning and pre-processing is very essential. Okay, so the next is statistical analysis and exploratory data analysis. After that, the machine learning or deep learning models can be developed to identify patterns, classify the patient, estimate risk, or make predictions. But prediction alone is not enough. The result must be interpreted in the clinical context and converted into actionable clinical insight. So the complete pipeline for that is first is patient data, then pre-processing, analytic AI, and by using AI models, we have the prediction, then the interpretation, and at the end we have the clinical decision support. Okay. Then next we have is the AI in medical diagnosis. One of the most visible application of AI in the healthcare is the medical diagnosis. Machine learning and deep learning models can analyze large numbers of the patient records and identify patterns associated with the particular disease. For example, AI can support the detection of a certain concern, cardiovascular conditions, and diabetes, retinopathy, neurological disorder, and infection disease. So the major advantage is the ability of AI system to process large data set and identify complex pattern. However, we must be very careful about the diagnosis. In real clinical environment, is AI prediction should not be automatically be treated as a definitive diagnosis. Model needs appropriate validation, and healthcare professionals must consider the patient's complete clinical context. So if we are developing any kind of the technique, okay, so the role of the professionals, doctors, Okay, and when the model has been developed, then the clinically text. Okay, so validation and testing is more important. Therefore, a better way to describe the role of AI is AI assisted the diagnosis and clinical decision support. Okay, so next we have is the AI in medical imaging and how this can be useful. And just like computer vision meets the healthcare, just like to analyze X-rays, CT scan, MRI, ultrasound, histopathy, images. Okay, so the major task you can see the classification, detection, segmentation, quantification, etc. So the medical imaging is one of the strongest area for the healthcare AI because images contain enormous amount of the information. The radiologist and the other specialists may need to examine thousands of the images, and AI can assist by automatically identify the suspicious regions or the pattern. Deep learning techniques, particularly computer vision model, can be used for the several tasks. The first is the classification, determining whether an image belongs to the particular category. The second is the detection, locating an abnormality within an image. The third is the segmentation. As you can see in the image, the red part of the image. Okay. So the identify the exact region or the pixel associated with a tumor, lesion, organ, or other structure. And the fourth is the quantification, measuring characteristics such as size, volume, or severity. So the technologies such as convolution, neural network, and newer vision architecture are playing an important role in this area. Next, we have is the predictive analytic in the healthcare. The next application is the most important as we have the predictive analysis. Instead of asking only the what is happening in the patient now, predictive analysis asks what is likely to happen next. Okay, on the basis of the intelligent model. So the machine learning model can analyze historical patient data and estimate the probability of a future event. What are the possibilities based on the data or the images which we have? For examples, can be included predicting the hospital readmission and patient deterioration. We can have the cardiovascular risk. We have the sepsis risk or the treatment response. Imagine that an AI system identify a patient is being at high risk of the deterioration. This information could be possible and helpful for the healthcare professionals to monitor the patient more closely and potentially intervene earlier. The important concept here is prediction, early warning, early intervention, potential better outcome. But the predictive model must be carefully validated because an inaccurate prediction can also create unnecessary intervention or anxiety. Next we have is personalized and precision medicine. Another important transformation is the movement from one size fit all medicine towards personalized medicine. Patient with the same disease may respond differently to the same treatment. Why? Because individuals differ in their genetic, clinical characteristic, lifestyle, environment, previous treatment history, and many other factors. AI can integrate these different sources of information to create a more comprehensive patient profile. For example, in precision oncology, AI may help analyze clinical and genomic information to identify characteristics associated with the treatment response. The basic idea is patient data, individual risk profile, treatment options, Then personalized strategy. Okay, this is where AI and genomic, bioinformatic, static, and medicine come together. Then we can have the some AI in drug discovery, okay, and how this area can be helpful. So the drug discovery is another area where AI can potentially create major improvement. Traditionally, drug development can require substantial time, resources, and experimentation. AI can support several stages of this process. For example, machine learning models can predict molecular properties, identify the potential drug candidates, analyze the drug target interaction, and help identify existing drug that might be useful for other diseases. AI can also support virtual screening, allowing the researchers to computationally evaluate a large number of the molecular candidate before selecting, promising the compounds for the laboratory testing. However, the computational prediction is only one stage. A promising AI prediction must ultimately be validated through appropriate experimental preclinical and clinical process. Therefore, AI accelerates discovery. It does not eliminate scientific validation. So, as we completely not can't be rely on AI only because the human intelligence, human validation are very important. Okay. So next we can have the one more important area: wearables, IoT, and remote patient monitoring. Healthcare is also moving beyond the hospitals and clinics. Today, wearable devices and Internet of Things technologies can continuously collect physiological information. For example, smartwatches and other devices may provide information related to the heart rate, activity, sleep, and other measurement. So the specialized sensor can collect additional physiological signals. AI can analyze these continuous streams of the data and identify unusual patterns. This creates the possibility of the remote patient monitoring instead of the receiving information only when the patient visit a hospital. Healthcare professionals may increasingly have access to longitudinal data. Okay, the vision is continuous monitoring, pattern detection, early warning, and timely intervention. So this can be particularly valuable for chronic disease management and remote healthcare, providing the measurement of and AI prediction are clinically validated. The other hand we have is the generating AI in the healthcare, which can be very large possibility. Generative AI can transform how healthcare professionals interact with the information. Okay, for the potential applications, we can see a clinical note summarization, medical literature analysis, patient education. Then we have the report generation, research assistance, medical knowledge retrieval, and conversational healthcare system, clinical documentation support, etc. Okay, so actually the thing is generative AI can process and generate the natural language and other forms of the content. In healthcare potential, application include summarizing clinical notes, assisting and documentation, analyzing the medical literature, supporting patient education, and helping researchers organize information. For example, a clinician may have a long patient record containing information from multiple visits. A properly designed AI system could help to summarize relevant information for the review. Researchers may also use AI tools to organize literature or generate preliminary summaries that can then verified against the original source. But there is the important warning. Generative AI can produce incorrect or fabricated information sometimes with great confidence. So, therefore, in healthcare, output must be verified and appropriate human oversight must remain central. Okay, we can use these generative AI tools only as a assistant, as a helping tool, as a, to save our time. But human intervention will be there. Okay, we can't oversight the human intelligence. So to validate the intervention of the human is very important. Next we have is the explainable AI and clinical trust. Okay, one of the very biggest question in healthcare AI is why did the AI make this prediction? Suppose an AI system tell us that the patient has high predicted risk of a particular condition. A healthcare professional may reasonably ask why. Which variable contribute to this prediction? How confident is the model? Is the prediction clinically meaningful? This is the motivation behind explainable AI or XAI. Okay, so explainability technique attempt to make model behavior more understandable. The objective is not simply to produce accurate prediction. We want a model that an accurate, interpretable, reliable, and clinically useful. So in healthcare, trust is extremely important. Therefore, the goal can be expressed as prediction plus explanation plus clinical validation is equal to greater confidence in AI-assisted decision. With the great potential comes significant responsibility. Healthcare data is extremely sensitive. When we develop an AI system, we must consider patient privacy, cybersecurity, informed consent, data governance, and responsible data use. Another major issue is the algorithm bias. If an AI model is trained using the data that does not adequately represent the different population, its performance may vary across demographic or clinical group. We also need to consider explainability, accountability, regulatory requirement, and human oversight. With generative AI, we have additional concerns such as hallucination, misinformation, and inappropriate use of the generated content. Therefore, healthcare AI should be developed around principles of safety, fairness, transparency, privacy, accountability, and human-centered design. Okay, so sometimes when we are using generative AI tools, just like ChatGPT is there, Gemini is there, some are using Grok or other generative AI tools are exist. Claude is there also. Okay, so notice that the information we are getting by using these tool, actually we trusted on the technology. Okay, that is not enough. We need to validate. Actually, all these models are trained model on the basis of the data set which are available on the internet or other depositories. Okay, but if the data contain some just like noise or that can have some duplicate entries or duplicate values or missing values. Okay, many kind of the sometimes we can have the misinformation in the data which we have collect. Okay, so if the data is such kind, naturally the model when we trained that can also have biases. Okay, so we can't never depend upon 100% depend on these technologies. So validation is more important if we have get some information or insight by using all these technologies. So validation and checking testing is more essential to validate the results. Okay. So next we have is the most important part, the future research direction, and everyone who are joining this session, and some are working from the finance, some are from mathematics background, some are from basic science or medical background, and many more. Actually, the thing is, this is not the part of one specific domain. Okay, so you can see the emerging research areas. You can see AI-based medical image processing. If we are working on the image processing, then computer background and mathematical background, statistical background is necessary, along with the medical area. Mathematical modeling of the disease. There are so many models are there which we can use for the medical disease. Okay, to develop the mathematical model. Healthcare time series, AI and genomics are there. Bioinformatics, explainable AI. Okay, federated learning, digital twins, multiple healthcare AI, AI-assisted drug discovery, generative AI for the clinical research, predictive public health analysis, personalized medicine, AI-enabled remote healthcare, human-centered healthcare AI. Okay, so these are the emerging areas. But the convergence of AI, mathematics, statistics, computer science, biology, and medicine create enormous research opportunities. Okay, you can see all these are convergence. Some important directions include AI-based medical images, processing, mathematical modeling of the disease, healthcare, time series, genomic, bioinformatic, explainable AI, federated learning, digital twin, multi-model AI, and AI etc. I would particularly emphasize the importance of interdisciplinary research. So all these emerging areas which you can see are completely depend upon interdisciplinary research. Only the person, a professional from the medical background can't do nothing. Okay, only the professional from AI can't do nothing. Okay, only the professional having the background of mathematics can't do nothing if we are not comes to at the unique platform. Okay, so the interdisciplinary research is more important. The most impactful healthcare AI research will not necessarily come from AI researchers working in isolation. It will emerge when computer scientists collaborate with mathematics, statisticians, biologists, clinicians, healthcare professionals, and domain experts. Okay, so this is the teamwork. This convergence can be represented as mathematics plus statistics plus computing plus biology plus medicine plus AI. Okay, so when all these are comes together, that is the where many of the most existing research opportunities are emerging. Okay, and then we have the some more important essential skills for AI in the healthcare. If anyone want to work in this area, and there is a huge scope. Okay, so the huge scope for mathematicians, a huge scope for statisticians. Okay, programming skill, data management, machine learning, deep learning, medical image knowledge, domain knowledge. Okay, domain knowledge as anatomy, physiology, pathology, clinical workflow, and ethics and privacy, data privacy, security, bias mitigations, responsible for AI, communication skill, interpret the results, collaborate with clinicians and storytelling. Okay, so all these are core skills are required. So the strong foundation across multiple domain is the key to building the impactful and responsible AI solution in the healthcare. And for that, all these skills are very essential. Okay, so everyone having the mathematics background or the computing skill, programming skills just like Python, R, data structure, algorithm, API libraries, software developers, web application developers, website developers, okay, mobile application developer. Okay, so all these have huge scope in this area. Okay, so the tools and technology which can be integrated, just like you can see on the right box, Python, R, TensorFlow, PyTorch, OpenCV, SQL. Oh, then you can see the mindset for the success, curiosity and continuous learning. This is very essential. If there is a problem, then problem solving mindset, problem solving skill, okay, And next we have the interdisciplinary collaboration. We must have to collaborate. Okay, if one is the mathematician, if he is working only in in his domain only, okay, not fruitful in the modern era. If he is not converting his mathematical background in this domain, okay. So actually the all the models just like during the COVID-19 as SIR model developed. Okay, so many studies on this COVID during the COVID-19, various mathematical models were helping and developed, which are very helping to study this type of the infectious disease. Okay, so then we have the attention to detail and impact driven, and extra advantages is research literature, scientific writing, cloud computing, visualization skill, and automation and deployment. Okay, so automation and deployment, how when the model we has been developed, after that we are required uh, the persons who are developing the web application or mobile application, some are working on the front and some are working on the back end. Okay, they are controlling the entire data set to develop the technology. Okay, so when we have the in this area, the study, we have some findings, we have some output, we are able to develop some technology. So all these domains, this domain specifically, when we are thinking to implement AI in the healthcare, so everyone, okay, have huge scope in this area. Just the thing is we are required to collaborate with each other. And without having the collaboration, we are not able to develop this type of the technology and the advancement in the healthcare. Okay. So this is all about the today's session. And first of all, thank you very much to see the entire session. Okay. So now the session is open for discussion. I just 1 minute. Okay. And the recording of the session will be available. Don't worry about that. Okay. So now you can just 1 minute. You can unmute your mic. 1 minute, please. Yes, you can unmute your mic. If there is any question, I can check also the. Okay. Sound was low, Mai? Okay, sir, sound is low. Okay. So the session is over all about. If there is any question, please. Now the session is open for the discussion. About 40 minutes I took to complete this lecture.
Good morning,
Dr.
sir.
S.S. Swarati. Yes, please.
So can we have in future practical sessions on this clinical data? In future, maybe, sir?
Sir, voice is very low. I can
So
hear.
can
But
you have
okay,
in future?
just 1 minute. I think.
So can you have in future
Yeah,
this
yes, I can hear now. I can hear.
practical sessions on this clinical data in future? Can you have practical sessions?
Yes, every kind of the when we have the data set, okay, data is data. Okay, actually, when we have the large data, which can be related to the clinical data set, also we can use that data to get some insight. We can develop the technology by using the different type of the machine learning or deep learning technology. Okay, algorithms are there. We can train by using this clinical data.
So what I'm saying is, if you conduct practical sessions on this clinical data, that is going to be helpful for us.
Yes. In the coming days, we are going to organize uh, workshop where all type of the data which is available, specifically clinical data, we are using. Okay, and we will train how the machine learning models we can develop. But the most important thing is if we have the data, actually that when we develop any technology by using the data set, data must be accurate. Okay, sometimes when we are collecting the data set, some values are missing, or sometimes the parametric values which we are inserting here to collect the data, if the information is not appropriate, because the when the technology or the when we develop any machine learning model, that will be trained only basis on the data set, how much the model data set is accurate. For example, in the very beginning, we can see the example of weather prediction. Okay. In the very beginning, this model was not producing all the values accurate. Okay. The one reason is the amount of the data set. The second is how much the model is accurate. So if we have the model has been developed, after that, the prediction is there, and when the user are using this technology, they trained the model also by saying by like or dislike, by thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, so if the prediction is not accurate, the model itself also can be trained. Yes, any more question?
Okay, sir, thank you.
Deepak, any dataset freely available related to the healthcare data? Okay, some dataset is available, but geographic is demographic is very important, because if we are using the dataset in India, we have very big problem. We don't have such a depository where we can have that data and we can use. There are websites from USA, but if we are developing the technology or we are training the model by using the data set which is available from that place, environment conditions are different. Okay, so and the food or the environment, everything uh, according to Indian environment is completely different. So if we develop the model, then how much that will be accurate? Okay, so if we want to develop a model for the peoples who are lying in India, so the data set must be from this region. Okay, so that can have the more accurate and prediction and accurate results. So if we are using free available, so we have to think about it. Okay, so free available data, not such that that will be accurate. If we really develop a such a clinical device, for that, if we are using the very simple question is, can we trust on that data which is free available? Okay, so the question arises that data which we are using is correct or not. This is the most important question. So if it's better if we use the primary data set. Okay, the first thing is find out the problem, which type of the problem we want to sort out. Okay, but along with if we are interested to develop technology in healthcare, we must be collaboration with the doctor. Okay, medical hospitals are there. Okay, so because with the help of the doctor, we can have the some parameters, which parameters are necessary to find out the study, just like we can develop diabetes prediction model. Okay, if we can develop such a model before having the diabetes, we can predict in the coming 1 year or 2 year, the one person is going to affected by diabetes. Okay, so only the mathematician or statisticians or expert in AI can't do, because there are some symptoms and the medical parameters are there without the collaboration with the doctor professionals who are working in this domain. Okay, so with the help of with the collaboration and along with the professionals in the medical science will help us the parameters, and they will monitor as well as they will help us to collect the data set. Okay, that can be the primary data set. If actually the thing is, the one more important thing here is to discuss, that is because recently we have done this practice, and we have the problem. This is the real case. Actually, we myself and one is Dr. Aparna. She is a medical professional, and she worked on uh, the patient having the sugar. Okay, so in this domain, she worked already with the doctor team. So she is in connection with me since last 2 years. So we thought that we should develop a model, because when she come to make contact, and she told me that can we develop this type of the technology? But yes, we can develop. But the most important thing is the data set. Okay, the information which we collect on the basis of the model which we are going to develop, which parameters are required, and then the information which we are collecting from the patient must be accurate. Okay, so the problem was that when we plan everything, and we prepare one Google form, and we thought that on the local levels means I belong to Bhatinda, and my institute is also there. Okay, so there are about 7,000 students and more than 500 faculty members in our institute. So we thought that about 10,000 data we can collect from this place only. Okay, and she was very confident. She is teaching in pharmacy college. Okay, so when she started, I told her that this is not the easy job. This is very typical. So she started to work on it, and after 1 month, when I asked what about the data set, and when we checked, that was only 50. Okay, we need about 10,000, and within 1 month she was able to collect only the 50, and they assign some, just like students also from her department. Okay, so this is the problem. So the main thing is when the doctor is in the team. Okay, two or three doctors, professionals in the particular domain where we want to work. Okay, so if we are collaborated, and we can ask to the doctors also if we need to collect the data set in which pattern we need. This is also the very important, because if we are collecting the data, and if that data is not useful for the further process, statistical analysis, and the to implement machine learning models, so this is also the again big problem. Okay, so all these can be possible when we collaborate with the doctors, and we can discuss the entire thing, just like the for the diabetes, which parameters are not there, which parameters are important, and we can design to collect the data set. Okay, we can develop a device or machine where whenever the patient is coming to uh, there, and the testing are there connected, so according to the test and the background history of the patient, so all the things which are parameters are essential, we can collect all the informations. It will take time. So for more accelerate, we can collect, we can integrate five doctors, we can have 10 doctors. So as much we have the doctors in the team for the different reason. Okay, if we want to develop the technique which is universal level, at least at national level. Okay, so from different cities, if we have the doctors, and we can demographic also we can include here. So this will help to collect the data which can be helpful to develop the machine learning model, and then we can deploy, and along with after that deploy, and when the device is developed, the intervention of the doctor first test whether the technique which we have developed are producing the accurate result or not. Okay, so for the validation without intervention of the doctors, professionals are not possible. So this is the complete interdisciplinary area. Okay, so the role of each one, as I told in the very beginning, is very, very important. So if we want to develop such type of the technique and we want to contribute, so everyone, okay, should work together, specifically in healthcare science. Okay, so everyone has some important role in this area. So importance of mathematics, importance of recently my one student, she is working in Germany right now, and she in 2016 came to at my place for the to learn MATLAB software. Actually, she is from biomathematical background. Okay, so mathematics play very important role in medical science and mathematical modeling, biomedical modeling. Okay, so for that, computing skill is very essential to read the model, then implement the model, then to test through the data set, everything. So after completing her PhD from BHU Varanasi, okay, Banaras Hindu University, she is now in Germany, and after a long time, she emailed me. She is working there in the lab. So she also shared with me her WhatsApp number, and I asked a very simple question. I want to talk with you. So the meeting was fixed, and there was only one question from his side. I asked Dr. Avanita, please let me know. You are biomathematical background and good researcher. Right now, you are working in medical laboratory. Okay. So please let me know about your laboratory. What is there and how you are working? So she told me that, sir, the thing is, in India, we lack this type of the library. In our library, medical professionals are there, computer professionals are there, statistical professionals are there, mathematical professionals are there, domain expert are there. We all, when we have the problem, we all get together at the single platform. We discuss everything which are essential. We prepare the roadmap to design, to develop the technique. Then we are able. So always they have the meeting and they discuss everything, okay, and then they work accordingly. So the problem is that medical doctor is work only in the OTP. Okay, mathematician sit in the office and working on the studying the books of mathematics and go to the for the lecture only. Work is finished. If there is a computer scientist, he is working in the computer lab only. The problem is that we don't have the interdisciplinary lab. We are don't have the interdisciplinary connection. Okay, we don't. Actually, the problem is that the Department of Mathematics, Computer Science, and if there is the bioinformatics, okay, so very less labs of the bioinformatics are in India. Okay, biotechnology is there, but labs of this type are not exist. If they are very less. Okay, so the problem is that in the bioinformatics lab, if a mathematician is not there, if the statistician is not there, if the computer expert is not there, if the medical professional is not there, then what is the purpose of this bioinformatics lab? This is the big problem in India specifically. So the main thing is we, without having the collaboration, interdisciplinary collaboration. Okay, so if one mathematician is writing a paper on uh, infectious disease using some mathematical model, okay, and he is happy after the publication by paper is published, but where is the authentic? Where you will apply? Where is the doctor or professional doctors? Where is the real data application? Okay, only to design the model is not enough. If we are not able to implement to solve the real problem, this is the problem. Okay, so for these all type of the development, if we think we should, according to my opinion and according to which I have studied and according to my collaborations, not only in India, in different places also. Okay, my background is mathematics, but I have the peoples who are from a medical background, from biotechnology background, from agricultural background. Okay, I tried always to connect with the other papers. So that all the informations which we are collecting by discussing with the professionals, then we are able to discuss all these things. Okay, so mathematics, AI, computing, statistics, okay. Then we have the genetic AI tools are also there. Computing tools are very, very important, just like MATLAB, Mathematica, Maple, R, programming. All these are very, very essential to develop this type of the advanced technology. Okay, we are not required to afraid all this, but we can learn, we can integrate easily. Just we need only the collaboration. Okay, everyone have very good ideas, but if we think only in our own domain, then we have limited idea. If we collaborate, then we can explore that idea to find out the real problem. Any more question, please? Good morning, myself. Okay. Uh, Yes, I will. Yes, I will share this PPT in the WhatsApp group. Also, the recording of this lecture will be available in the WhatsApp group, along with some more content which can help you to get the idea how you can integrate. Many things are there. Okay, so the group is created. All the professionals from different domain are there. Okay, and really, this group will help to all of you to get some more insight in the coming days, to learn some new techniques which can be helpful to develop this type of the techniques which we are talking about the healthcare role of the AI in the healthcare. But if we want to develop really the technique, then how we can do, which type of the techniques or the skills are essential, how we can collaborate with each other. Okay, so all these things will be available time to time in the WhatsApp group. But along with if you will ask the questions, you can ask the questions in the WhatsApp group also. Okay, so all the information will be there. And if you have any question, not necessarily that during this session, after the session also, you can ask your queries, you can clear your doubt. Okay, so not necessarily that I am perfect everywhere, but this is the thought about this area because I am working last 5 years specifically by using the AI technology and their application in healthcare science, application in business, health, application in agriculture, how we can do. Okay, and that's why. So many things during the last 5 years, consistently and regularly, we worked a lot of things and many programs, training programs for the faculty members, FDPs, seminar, webinar, trainings, online, offline, everything we are doing. Okay, so yes. So any more question from your side? Also, the the certificate of the participation is also greetings. I think the time of the course for each day should be made known a day before so that we yeah, on international participant can know when to join due to the time zone difference. Yes, ma'am. I understand you are from, I think you are also attending the workshop, which is AI in research and publication. Okay. Yesterday also you are asking some questions there. And I'm happy to see you here in this session also. So yesterday also I dropped the message about the today's session. Okay. So we make it more smooth so that everyone can have the information about all the information and individual message on your WhatsApp will be delivered through the email also. You should have the information so that no one can skip this type of the activities. And also I would like to invite to all the people, anyone who is interested and having your special domain and you want to deliver your thought or your expertise in your domain, welcome, you can contact us. Okay, just you are required to drop the message. So anyway, or in any you want to collaborate. Okay, and then also for the today's session there will be feedback form I will share after the session. You will submit, and along with the certificate of participation of this session will be available there. Okay, so before that, I will share with you one video. You will check the video and how you can download. After that, when I will drop the message, only then after you will be able to download your certificate of participation. If we get a real-time data set from radiologist, what legal procedure we should take, sir? Uh, yes. For that, uh, only doctors can help us because when we have the data set specifically in the healthcare, so there is some procedure and to collect the data, and but right now I don't know actually, but after checking the fact, then I can let you know in the coming sessions. Okay, right now I don't have the exact information how we can do. Any more question, please? If there is any more question. Hello? 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 Yes, please. Any other question, please? Please summarize today's lecture in a few minutes. Yes, actually, the main thing is healthcare, AI in the healthcare. Okay, how we can use AI in the healthcare and how we can develop AI technology in the healthcare. Good morning, sir. I am doing research in the fluid dynamic. Okay, how can I get that data and make it innovative? Okay,
Hello, sir.
yes, Yamini. Yeah,
Can we ask a question, sir?
yes, please.
Okay, sir. I say that I have a network glitch. I didn't have a chance to participate in the first webinar. So can we access the webinar after the session ends?
Yes, the link will be available. I will share with the link in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you can access the all the recording of the today's session. Okay, and the content, the PPT which I present here will be there in the WhatsApp group after the this session. When will over, I will share there and some more content which will be helpful for you, just like some deep concept, deep understanding to all these which we present here. So you can go through the content which I will share with you. These are the specifically cheat sheets. Okay, in the minimum time you can have more information, and along
Thank
with
you very much, sir.
yeah, all the things I will share in the WhatsApp group. Don't worry, the recording also will be there. Any more question, please? Yes, any more question?
No, I think it's okay for now, sir.
Okay. So dear participant, thank you very much to be part of this today's webinar. Okay, and I hope that you get some useful and informative information that can help you for your future work, and how. Okay, you are asking how can I get the data and make it innovative? Okay, I will actually for the medical data set, there are some website. I will share the link from where you can use the data set. Okay, but here the problem is that your area is fluid dynamics. Okay, for that blood cancer data, if it is useful for you, you can use it. There are some website related to cancer data set. Huge data is there, and if you can specify some which type of the data you need, okay, so, you can ask in the WhatsApp group also. So I will share the link from where you can download the data set. Okay, So by using this type of the secondary data set, we can develop the technique and for the testing purpose, for the training, and after that we have the validation. So for the validation, without having the consent of the doctor, okay, the professional doctors are can play very important role. Without having intervention of these doctors, we are not able to develop this technique. Okay, because the validation and testing is very important for going to the market. So we have to show the clinical testing. Okay, for that purpose, we should involve to develop this type of the technique. So the link for to download the data set, I will share some link in the WhatsApp group. From there, you can access the data set. Okay. Any more question, please? Okay, thank you. So this group will be very useful to all the participant. Okay, very useful. Actually, this is the series. This is the not the only the one webinar. We have the webinar series. So at least 2 or 3 webinar will be there every month. Okay, so we will come here with the new idea, with the new prompt, with the new technology and futuristic vision, so that there was a request for you to summarize. Okay, okay.
So good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Sir, I'm a research scholar, come part-time faculty member. Sir, from SRM Chennai.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, we are planning for a webinar. So can you give us a talk like this, sir? So in that case, how I can contact you?
Yes, ma'am. Welcome. Always welcome. Okay. You can write me and we can fix the timing. Okay, no problem.
Okay, so for a mail ID, because I'm also a part of MTTF member, sir. So how can I contact you with same mail ID?
I think you have my WhatsApp number.
Yes, sir, I have.
Yeah, so on the WhatsApp number, you can get all information from me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no problem. Yes,
Okay.
I know many programs you have attended at this platform.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, many of our faculty members are from base of fluid dynamics. They are also very much interested in your they want to make be a part of this MTTF. So can I send the link to them also, sir?
Yes, you can send the link also.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, and also you can invite your friends and colleagues to join this WhatsApp group because the WhatsApp group have no charge. Okay,
yes, sir.
we can create the community of the like-minded so that in this group we can discuss all the prompts, webinars, and that when we have the training programs accordingly we can organize, and so that all the people who are interested in this healthcare domain can be benefited.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Currently having model dataset for these three, diabetes, heart stroke, any model or sample dataset for your sites. Yes, in the coming sessions when we are going to organize all type of the workshop, how we can use the healthcare dataset, how we can relate to the diabetes or heart stroke, etc. Okay, so we will use some data set just for the training purpose. Okay, and we will develop how we can develop the technologies. So for that we have to learn many things, just like if we want to develop the technology on the basis of the data set, healthcare data set. Okay, for that we need to learn Python or R programming. Okay, then along with there are some statistical methods are required, how we can process the data, how we can clean the data. Okay, that is a long process. After that, how we can develop the machine learning model and how we can deploy. So this is the about we need 15 days to understand everything, so that whenever you need in your area or you want to develop, you want to work for research purpose. So the essential techniques, methodology, algorithm, by using all these, how we can develop. So all these things we are covering, and in the many past sessions we have provide the training to the participant. Okay, how we can develop the technology on the basis of the images, just like we have the X-ray images, and we want to train the model. We want to develop the technique. We can do. Okay, so if sometimes we have the reports data, how we can analyze all these reports by using these techniques. Okay, which type of techniques we should use for the just like generative AI tools are there. Okay, how we can summarize everything. So all these are very helping, and actually we need to integrate and enhance our skills. Okay, along only the medical background is not enough. Only if we have this good mastery or the expertise in the mathematics, that is not enough in the modern time. If we don't have the computing skill, at least one computing skill must be learn everyone. Okay, if you want to work on the data set, you must have R programming or Python. One of these must be there. If you want to develop some AI tools or the model, you must learn Python. Okay, very simple. Python is as simple as we are speaking. Okay, we don't need any hard programming. Okay, everything is there, and just we are speaking. We can easily learn the Python to implement. There is not a big challenge. Just we need to start. You need only the idea how we can use the Python. Okay, so within Python you can learn within 2 or 3 days. Enough. But we actually there is some misconception. That is, we think that Python is the language only for the computer scientist. Okay, computer background persons. Okay, so actually Python is for everyone. Python is for medical science. Python is for the people who are working in agriculture, who are working in biotechnology, okay, or having the mathematics background, any domain, even a person who is background in social science, and if he need to get some insight from the data which he or she collected from the society, okay, so without using the Python, they are not able. There are other tools also, but if we want to develop the technology, then this Python is very essential, because all type of the technology which we are developing, just like you can see all the generative AI tools or machine learning model, deep learning model. So without having the background of Python, we not able to develop, because along with when we have developed the model, after that we are required to deploy. And for the deployment, again, by using the Python, we can develop mobile application, we can develop a web application. Okay, so that's why the Python is highly useful these days as compared to the other programming. Okay, we can also use R programming is there, which is open source and free available. Python is also free and open source available. Okay, and similarly, if you want to use MATLAB, but MATLAB is commercial software. Okay, we have to pay to learn this one. Okay, so many things are there, but I think, and according to my opinion, is from last my 20-year experience in this domain. Okay, since 2010, I am using. I start my journey by using the MATLAB, and then after multiple softwares just like Mathematica, Maple, R, Python, Octave, Scilab, all these we have used. Okay, so at least when you are able to use one software, one computing skill you have, you can switch on any software which you need in the future. So, but we have to start. Okay, and only thinking about yes, we will start. Uh, we have to take the action. Okay, only then we can go ahead in this domain. So without having the computing skill, we are not able to develop any technology in AI. Okay, so domain doesn't matter. Matter is how you can use computing skill in your own domain. Whether you are from the finance, from mathematics, from social science, from medical, from healthcare, any domain. Okay, and I will share one more sheet. Okay, and you will find the scope of Python in every domain. Okay, so the content which I will share with you in the WhatsApp group will be highly useful if you will go through the entire detail. Any more question, please? Yes. Okay, so yesterday actually, ma'am, generative AI is not ethical to use the data. Okay, I will not recommend because this practice we are going on the other ongoing workshop in the evening. Okay, so we are discussing all this and industry-oriented statistics for AI. It has already started. It has started. Okay, and today is the second day. It has been started. And timing is 6 p.m. according to Indian Standard Time. So now this is the time I request to all the participants, please open the webcam so that I can have the screenshot. Yes, please. I request to all the participants, please open the webcam for having the group screenshot. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is paid. Now I request to all the participants, please open the webcam for having the screenshot. Gaurav sir, how are you? How are you? गौरव जी
फाइन सर,
नमस्कार।
फाइन, नमस्कार सर, फाइन सर।
कैसे
सर
हो?
अच्छा सर, मैं शांत था सर
बहुत
कि
बढ़िया। कैसा रहा आज का सेशन?
सर अच्छा लगा। आपने जो मुझे हेल्थ केयर का दिया था शाम को इवनिंग में, मैंने सोचा मैं आपको इवनिंग में मैं बात करूंगा।
Okay, 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 okay. Dear participant, I request to all the participant, please open the webcam. If anyone has registered for the, you can text me. You can text me. Actually, all the members are in the WhatsApp group, and link was given when you register the event. Okay. Yes, I request to all the participants, please open the webcam for having the screenshot. Yes. And don't hesitate if you have any question, any issue, always you can drop the message in WhatsApp group. Okay. So once again, I'm requested to all the participants, please open the webcam. Some of still not open the webcam. Anthony, how are you? Mr. Anthony, how are you?
I'm fine, please.
Thank you, dear participant. And at the end, I will share with you the recording and the other content, PPT, along with some more content will be there. Okay, and I will share with you the feedback form after some time. It will take some time. Okay, and also I will share with you one video so that how you can download your certificate. So certificate will be available only after when I will drop the message for this webinar. Okay, so thank you very much, and in the near future we will have more informative sessions will be there. Okay, and your suggestions are always valuable. Thank you to be part of this one-day webinar on healthcare AI. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.